Question number 1. Which of these characteristics has an acid? Right choice. Sour is the best answer. Question number 2. Name of one of the neutralization products. You got it? Your choice sales is right. Question number 3. What would be considered the weakest base? You chose 8, and it is correct. Question number 4. What is the name of the following acid? Seal. Correct. Hydrochloric acid is the right answer. Question number 5. What is used to neutralize acidity in soil? Exactly. Calcium hydroxide makes sense, and it is right choice. Question number 6. Releases hydrogen in an aqueous solution. Well picked. Acid is the correct answer. Question number 7. Examples: baking soda, drain cleaner, Tums. You're right. Base is the correct answer. Question number 8. If the feet of a solution is 5.6, the PO is. Well done. 8.4 is the right choice. Question number 9. When an ant bites, it releases -acid. Excellent. Formic is a brilliant choice. Question number 10. This structure contains the code for life. Well reasoned. Dinner is the correct choice. Question number 11. Which of the following is found in apple? Nice work. You chose malic acid, and it is correct. Question number 12. Which has the most hydrogen ions? Excellent choice. 2 is the right answer. Question number 13. Which Fe level indicates a strong alkali? On track, 1214 is the correct answer. Question number 14. What happens when an acid and a base mix? Valid point. Neutralization is true. Question number 15. H plus and O ions when the substance called. Correct response. Agua is the most accurate answer. Question number 16. Name the acid present in sting of an ant. Perfect. Formic acid is the correct choice. Question number 17. All substances are either acidic or basic. Solid response. False is a valid choice. Question number 18. A neutral substance would have Fesh of dash. Right again. 7 is a valid answer. Question number 19. If a substance tastes sour, it is known as. Bravo. Acidic is the answer. Question number 20. Plate of rainwater in a pollution-free area. Clear logic. Your choice 7 is sound and 100% true. Question number 21. Dash is an example of an amphoteric oxide. Strong choice. Aluminium oxide is the right answer. Question number 22. A solution with a Fe of 8.6 would be dash. Nice selection. Base is the correct and valid answer. Question number 23. Tomato is a natural source of which acid? Great job. Oxalic acid is the accurate answer. Question number 24. Salt of carbonic acid and zinc will be a. Sharp thinking. Neural salt is the right choice. Question number 25 to 2 is caustic lime and is a dash. Good job. Your answer base works well here. Question number 26. Select the name of the following acid, F. Good thinking. Hydrofluoric acid is the right answer. Question number 27. Which nitrogen base is not found in Rina? Smart pick. Thymine is the correct choice.
Question number 28. Bases turn yellow turmeric paper to dash.
Smart move. Red is an accurate answer.
Question number 29. This substance releases O into solution. Nicely done. Base is a solid answer.
Question number 30. Which organelle is now usually found in? Great thinking. Nucleus is the right choice. Question number 31. What Fourier range would you get for an acid? Right choice. ZO6 is the best answer. Question number 32. Plaster of Paris is obtained by heating. Well reasoned. Gypsum is the correct choice. Question number 33. Turns bright pink in a strong base dash. Smart move. Phenolphthalein is an accurate answer.
Question number 34. Stronger acids have a pH closer to dash.
You chose Zorf, and it is correct. Question number 35. A neutralization reaction produces dash. Nice work. You chose neutral water, and it is correct.
Question number 36. Ammonia has a foot of 12. Ammonia is dash.
Sharp thinking. A base is the right choice. Question number 37. Used to increase the taste of food dash. Well done. Sodium chloride is the right choice. Question number 38. When red ants bites, it inject dash a seed. Perfect. Formic acid is the correct choice. Question number 39. A substance that is corrosive to metals. Nicely done. Acid is a solid answer. Question number 40. Which solution releases H+ in solution? Valid point. Acid is true. Question number 41. Which of the following is the smallest? Well picked. A base pair is the correct answer. Question number 42. Has a bitter taste and is slippery dash. Nice selection. Base is the correct and valid answer. Question number 43. 7 on the Fage scale means that it is dash. Excellent choice. Neutral is the right answer.
Question number 44. When dissolved in water, bases produce.
Great job. Hydroxide ions is the accurate answer. Question number 45. Carbon dioxide turns lime water mildew. Smart pick. True is the correct choice.
Question number 46. What happens when acid and base react?
You're right. They get neutralized is the correct answer. Question number 47. What is the fetch of a neutral substance? You got it. Your choice 7 is right. Question number 48. Identify the acid present in tamarind. Exactly. Tartaric acid makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 49. Sodium hydroxide turns blue litmus red. Good job. Your answer true works well here. Question number 50. Which one of the following is an acid? Great thinking. Vinegar is the right choice. Question number 51. Which of the following is a weak base? On track. Ammonia is the correct answer. Question number 52. If you have a fetch of 4, what is the Po? Good thinking. 10 is the right answer. Question number 53. Color of litmus in ammonium hydroxide. Excellent. Blue is a brilliant choice. Question number 54. A nucleotide is the building block of?
strong choice. Dina is the right answer. Question number 55. Which substance has a Fla less than 7? Correct. Acids is the right answer. Question number 56. A strong acid is an acid that is dash. Correct response. Both is the most accurate answer. Question number 57. Which chemical is called baking soda? Bravo. Sodium bicarbonate is the answer. Question number 58. Hydrochloric acid produces dash salts. Clear logic. Your choice chloride is sound and 100% true. Question number 59. Name the acid present in our stomach. Right again. Hydrochloric acid is a valid answer. Question number 60. Acids are what range on the FAS scale? Solid response. Joe 699 is a valid choice. Question number 61. Which acid is present in your stomach? You're right. HCl is the correct answer. Question number 62. Paternity has to do with being a dash. Valid point. Father is true. Question number 63. A very strong acid would have a flaw of. Right choice. 1 is the best answer. Question number 64. Weaker bases have a flash closer to dash. Well reasoned. 8 is the correct choice. Question number 65. There are 2 types of acids and bases. Great job. Strong and weak is the accurate answer. Question number 66. Which of these substances is acidic? Sharp thinking. Lemon is the right choice. Question number 67. Which of these solutions is an acid? Correct response. Tomato soup. Queta 4 is the most accurate answer. Question number 68. How many nucleotide bases are there? Well done. 4 is the right choice. Question number 69. Metallic oxides are basic in nature. Solid response. True is a valid choice. Question number 70. What completely ionizes in solution? Good job. Your answer, strong acids, works well here. Question number 71. What does the Greek root nim mean? Nice selection. Word is the correct and valid answer. Question number 72. What millennium is the year 1769 to? Well picked. I millennium is the correct answer. Question number 73. Examples: cola, vinegar, orange juice. Smart pick. Acid is the correct choice. Question number 74. A sour taste is a characteristic of? Nice work. You chose acid and it is correct. Question number 75. There are acids and base in our body. Good thinking. True is the right answer. Question number 76. An acid reacts with metal to produce. Excellent choice. Salt and hydrogen gas is the right answer. Question number 77. From which plant litmus is extracted? On track. Lichens is the correct answer. Question number 78. Which is a characteristic of a base? Excellent. Feels slippery is a brilliant choice. Question number 79. An acid present in aerated drinks is? You chose carbonic acid, and it is correct. Question number 80. Reacts with metals to give off a gas. Strong choice. Acid is the right answer. Question number 81. Neutral solutions have a foot of dash. Clear logic.
Your choice exactly 7 is sound and 100% true.
Question number 82. What does the Latin root bean mean?
Correct. Good is the right answer.
Question number 83. Hydrangea, petunia, and geranium are?
Nicely done. Acid-base indicators is a solid answer.
Question number 84. Value of water, dash, cal GM.
540 is the answer.
Question number 85. Non-metallic oxides are called dash.
Perfect. Acidic oxides is the correct choice.
Question number 86. Which drug is used for indigestion?
Great thinking. Antacid is the right choice.
Question number 87. Water-soluble alkali is called this.
Right again. Alkaliant is a valid answer.
Question number 88. Which substance has a bitter taste?
Smart move. Bases is an accurate answer.
Question number 89. Which substance has the lowest Phi?
Exactly. Lemon juice makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 90 accepts a proton. You got it. Your choice Bronsted-Lowry base is right.
Question number 91. Is this a neutralization reaction?
Correct response. Yes is the most accurate answer.
Question number 92. Which of the following is neutral?
Sharp thinking. Pure water is the right choice.
Question number 93. A substance with a fetch of 8 is dash.
Right choice. A weak base is the best answer.
Question number 94. Sodium bicarbonate is a substance.
Bravo! Basic is the answer.
Question number 95. Formed when bases react with acids.
Valid point. Neutral is true.
Question number 96. What is the pH of distilled water?
Strong choice. pH 7 is the right answer.
Question number 97. Say the name of this compound now.
Clear logic. Your choice sodium hydroxide is sound and 100% true.
Question number 98. Common name of calcium sulfate is?
Excellent choice. Gypsum is the right answer.
Question number 99. The smallest part of an element is?
You chose atom, and it is correct.
Question number 100. A common alkali used in the lab is?
Good thinking. Sodium hydroxide is the right answer.
Question number 101. Chemical formula of sulfuric acid.
Nice work. You chose H2SO4 and it is correct. Question number 102. Rain is called acid rain when it's? Great job. pH falls below 5.6 is the accurate answer.
Question number 103. What holds the dinar bases together?
Smart pick. Hydrogen bonds is the correct choice.
Question number 104. When found in food, acids are dash.
Well reasoned. Sour is the correct choice.
Question number 105. Sulfuric acid produces dash salts.
Perfect. Sulfate is the correct choice.
Question number 106. Each row of a table is a?
Solid response. Record is a valid choice.
Question number 107. Bases are generally dashed to touch.
Excellent. So OP is a brilliant choice.
Question number 108. Which is not an amphoteric oxide?
Smart move. Sodium oxide is an accurate answer.
Question number 109. What is the phase range of our body? Right again. 7.7.8 is a valid answer.
Question number 110. Methyl orange added to soda water.
Correct. Turns red is the right answer.
Question number 111. Bases feel slippery to the touch.
Great thinking. True is the right choice.
Question number 112. Bases turn blue litmus paper red.
Well done. False is the right choice.
Question number 113. A solution with a F of 7 is dash.
Good job. Your answer neutral works well here.
Question number 114. The following are true about dash.
You got it. Your choice double helix deoxyribose. Cat is right.
Question number 115. An extreme acid will have a F of.
On track. 1 is the correct answer.
Question number 116. Lactic acid present high value in.
You're right. Milk is the correct answer.
Question number 117. Acids turn red litmus paper blue.
Exactly. False makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 118. Lemon juice is an example of dash.
Well picked. An acid is the correct answer.
Question number 119. Which statement describes a base?
Nicely done. Turns magenta in phenolphthalein is a solid answer.
Question number 120. Nitric acid is present in vinegar.
Nice selection. False is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 121. Nitric acid turn red litmus blue.
Solid response. True is a valid choice.
Question number 122. What is neutral on the face scale?
Good job. Your answer 7 works well here.
Question number 123. A weak alkali would have a F of.
You chose 8th, and it is correct.
Question number 124. Which nitrogen base is a purine?
Well reasoned. Adenine is the correct choice.
Question number 125. What is another name for a base?
Exactly. Alkaline makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 126. Phenolphthalein indicates dash.
Great job. Strong base is the accurate answer.
Question number 127. What is used to disinfect water?
Valid point. Bleaching powder is true.
Question number 128. What is the meaning of corrosive?
You got it. Your choice. To destroy slowly is right.
Question number 129. Carbonic acid is present in din dash.
On track. Soft drinks is the correct answer.
Question number 130. Turmeric paper is a natural dash.
Excellent. Indicator is a brilliant choice.
Question number 131. Which one of these is an alkali?
Well picked. Sodium hydroxide is the correct answer.
Question number 132. Changes the color of indicators.
Right again. All is a valid answer.
Question number 133. Which is known as caustic soda.
Nice work. You chose sodium hydroxide, and it is correct.
Question number 134. Which Greek base means water?
Great thinking. Hyder is the right choice.
Question number 135. The acid present in tamarind is...
Correct response. Tartaric acid is the most accurate answer.
Question number 136. What does Latin root ambi mean?
Correct. Both is the right answer. Question number 137. Who proposed a theory on acids? Right choice. Arrhenius is the best answer. Question number 138. The metal used in galvanization. Perfect. Zinc is the correct choice. Question number 139. Which Greek base means light? Strong choice. Photo is the right answer. Question number 140. The following are the best dash.
Nice selection. Bleaching powder is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 141. Which base is called lime water? Excellent choice. Calcium hydroxide is the right answer. Question number 142. In dinar, adenine bonds with dash. Clear logic. Your choice timing is sound and 100% true. Question number 143. What is a molecule made of? Nicely done. Base, sugar, phosphate is a solid answer. Question number 154 for range for acidic substances. You're right. ZO7 is the correct answer. Question number 145. Most foods would be considered. Smart move. Acids is an accurate answer. Question number 146. Dash is used for whitewashing. Bravo. Calcium hydroxide is the answer.
Question number 147. Methyl orange index color dash.
Sharp thinking. Yellow is the right choice.
Question number 148. What century is the year 1080?
Good thinking. 11th century is the right answer. Question number 149. Milk of magnesia contains dash. Smart pick. Magnesium is the correct choice. Question number 150. Alto 3 reacts with now to form. Well done. Salt and water is the right choice. Question number 151. Phi value of neutral solvents. Right again. 7 is a valid answer. Question number 152. Plaster of Paris is made from. Excellent. Gypsum is a brilliant choice. Question number 153. How do acidic solutions taste?
Well reasoned. Sour is the correct choice.
Question number 154. Milk of magnesia is used as an. Correct. Antacid is the right answer. Question number 155. What phage is the strongest base? Valid point. 14 is true. Question number 156. A substance that tastes bitter. You got it? Your choice base is right. Question number 157. What base pairs with cytosine? Great job. Guanine is the accurate answer. Question number 158. Acids are neutralized by dash. Correct response. Bases is the most accurate answer. Question number 159, which has a slippery texture. Well done. Base is the right choice. Question number 160. Database consultations allow.
Smart move. Know a certain data is an accurate answer.
Question number 161. Does acids dissolve in water? Nice selection. Yes is the correct and valid answer. Question number 162. Calcium hydroxide is found in. On track. Lime water is the correct answer. Question number 163. Lime water is dash in nature. Bravo. Basic is the answer. Question number 164. You can eat or drink an acid. Strong choice. True is the right answer. Question number 165. Bases turn red litmus to dash. Good job. Your answer blue works well here.
Question number 166. What is the pH of pure water?
Clear logic. Your choice pH 7 is sound and 100% true. Question number 167. What base pairs with guanine?
Good thinking. Cytosine is the right answer.
Question number 168. The phase scale is arranged from.
Nicely done. ZO14 is a solid answer.
Question number 169. Bases can be referred to as.
You chose proton acceptors, and it is correct.
Question number 170. Which is a natural indicator?
Smart pick. Litmus is the correct choice.
Question number 171. Acid present in lemon orange?
You're right. Citric acid is the correct answer.
Question number 172. Lemon juice is dash in taste.
Excellent choice. Sour is the right answer. Question number 173. Washing soda has the formula. Well picked. Natuka 3-7-0 is the correct answer. Question number 174. All bases have a sour taste.
Sharp thinking. False is the right choice.
Question number 175. Neutralization reaction is a. Perfect. Chemical and irreversible change is the correct choice. Question number 176. Which is the stronger acids? Right choice. pH 1 is the best answer.
Question number 177. Bleach and oven cleaner are.
Solid response. Strong bases is a valid choice.
Question number 178. Litmus is obtained from dash. Great thinking. Lichens is the right choice. Question number 179. Dinner directs the synthesis of.
Exactly. Proteins make sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 180. Which Latin word means sour? Nice work. You chose acre, and it is correct. Question number 181. Which substance is an acid?
Right again. Orange juice is a valid answer.
Question number 182. What is the subunit of deny? You chose nucleotide, and it is correct. Question number 183. F of 814 is a dash. Well reasoned. Base is the correct choice. Question number 184. Name the following acid. EB. Hydrobromic acid is the answer. Question number 185. Which base is found in soap? Excellent choice. Sodium hydroxide is the right answer. Question number 186. What is the shape of a Na? Well done. Double helix is the right choice. Question number 197. Scale that ranges from 114. Sharp thinking. pH is the right choice. Question number 188. Accepts a pair of electrons. You got it. Your choice Lewis acid is right. Question number 189. A substance that is caustic. On track? Base is the correct answer. Question number 190. Tick the natural indicators. Exactly. Turmeric makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 191. Write the formula for liar. Strong choice. Lithium hydroxide is the right answer. Question number 192. Oxalic acids is present in.
Good thinking.
Spinach is the right answer.
Question number 193. The Latin root mater means.
Nice selection. Mother is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 194. Cytosine always pairs with.
Smart pick. Guanine is the correct choice.
Question number 195. Soap is an example of dash.
Great thinking. A base is the right choice.
Question number 196. A conductor of electricity.
Solid response. Both is a valid choice.
Question number 197. The Latin root bean means.
Great job. Good is the accurate answer.
Question number 198. Tooth enamel is made up of.
Clear logic. Your choice calcium phosphate is sound and 100% true. Question number 199. Which has a bitter taste? Excellent. Base is a brilliant choice.
Question number 200. Tomato contains dash acid.
Nice work. You chose oxalic acid, and it is correct.
Question number 201. Sulfuric acid is used in.
You're right. Car batteries is the correct answer.
Question number 202. Which of these is a base?
Right choice. Sodium hydroxide is the best answer.
Question number 203. What is Microsoft Access?
Correct response. Database manager is the most accurate answer.
Question number 204. A pH level of 7 indicates.
Good job. Your answer neutral works well here.
Question number 215. Acids are bitter to taste.
Well picked. False is the correct answer.
Question number 26. Soluble base in water is.
Valid point. Alkali is true.
Question number 217. An acid can be corrosive.
Perfect. True is the correct choice.
Question number 218. Litmus is extracted from.
Nicely done. Lichens is a solid answer.
Question number 200. In a century is dash out years.
Smart move. 100 is an accurate answer.
Question number 210. Apple contains dashi acid.
Correct. Malic acid is the right answer.
Question number 211. The alkali tastes dash.
Bravo. Bitter is the answer.
Question number 212. Forms of O hydroxide ion.
You got it. Your choice Arrhenius base is right.
Question number 213. Sodium hydroxide is used.
Correct. In manufacture of soap is the right answer.
Question number 214. Distilled water has a.
Well picked. Neutral is the correct answer.
Question number 215. What is the name of Akil?
Nice selection. Hydrochloric acid is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 216. Alum acts as an antacid.
Well done. False is the right choice.
Question number 217. What is the phase of blood?
You're right. 7.4 is the correct answer.
Question number 218. Sting of an ant contains.
Correct response. Formic acid is the most accurate answer.
Question number 219. The nature of vinegar is.
Great job. Acidic is the accurate answer.
Question number 220. Acids are dash to taste.
Clear logic. Your choice, sour is sound and 100% true.
Question number 221. So is classified as a... You chose strong base, and it is correct. Question number 222. A base has a dash taste.
Nicely done. Bitter is a solid answer.
Question number 223. Vinegar is an example of...
Right again. Acid is a valid answer.
Question number 224. What does DINA stand for?
Sharp thinking. Deoxyribose nucleic acid is the right choice. Question number 225. Methyl orange is in dash.
Great thinking. Indicator is the right choice. Question number 226. Soluble bases are called...
Well reasoned. Alkali is the correct choice.
Question number 227. The range of phase scale is...
Solid response. Zota 14 is a valid choice.
Question number 228. Which one feels slippery?
Exactly. A base makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 229. Hydrochloric is a...
Excellent. Strong acid is a brilliant choice.
Question number 230. Strong acids are highly...
Perfect. Corrosive is the correct choice.
Question number 231. Choose the odd one out.
Excellent choice. Sugar is the right answer.
Question number 232. Guanine bonds with dash.
Smart pick. Cytosine is the correct choice.
Question number 233. Which has a fear below 7?
Right choice. Acid is the best answer.
Question number 234. Bases have a FOV of dash.
Good thinking. Above 7 is the right answer.
Question number 235. Acids turn blue litmus.
Smart move. Red is an accurate answer.
Question number 236. Methanoic is a...
Nice work. You chose weak acid and it is correct.
Question number 237. Which item is an acid?
Good job. Your answer and orange works well here.
Question number 238. Acids are of two types.
Strong choice. True is the right answer.
Question number 239. Calcium hydroxide is a...
On track. Base is the correct answer.
Question number 240. The H in phase stands for...
Valid point. Hydrogen is true.
Question number 241. Example, purified water.
Exactly. Neutral makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 242. Which is most acidic?
Good job. Your answer lemon juice works well here.
Question number 243. Turns blue litmus red.
Strong choice. True is the right answer.
Question number 244. Acid in our stomach.
Nicely done. Hydrochloric acid is a solid answer.
Question number 245. Acid in car battery.
Great thinking. Sulfuric acid is the right choice.
Question number 246. The sugar in dill is...
Nice work. You chose deoxyribose, and it is correct.
Question number 247. How does base tastes?
Correct response. Bitter is the most accurate answer.
Question number 248. What is DINA made of?
Sharp thinking. Sugar, phosphate, nitrogen base is the right choice.
Question number 249. Which is not a base?
Right again. Vinegar is a valid answer. Question number 250. Acid has which taste? Excellent choice. Sour is the right answer.
Question number 251. Q is a name base?
Nice selection. Copper hydroxide I is the correct and valid answer. Question number 252. The of pure water? Well picked. 7 Pinot is the correct answer. Question number 253. The root spect means? Well done. To look is the right choice. Question number 254. Water has a dash. On track. Equal to 7 is the correct answer. Question number 255. Potassium hydroxide? Valid point. Co is true. Question number 256. Acids release dash? Excellent. Hydrogen ions is a brilliant choice. Question number 257. Bases release dash? Perfect. Hydroxide ions is the correct choice. Question number 258. pH greater than 7. Good thinking. Bases is the right answer.
Question number 259. Turns litmus blue?
You're right. Bases is the correct answer. Question number 260. Litmus is a common. Well reasoned. Indicator is the correct choice. Question number 261. Pure water is dash? Right choice. Neutral is the best answer. Question number 262. A base has a dash? Correct. Slippery feel is the right answer. Question number 263. Organic acids are? You chose weak acids, and it is correct. Question number 264. Alkalis feel dash? You got it. Your choice, soapy, is right. Question number 265. Found in vinegar? Smart pick. Acetic acid is the correct choice. Question number 266. Barium hydroxide? Clear logic. Your choice, Bay2, is sound and 100% true. Question number 267. Lime water turns? Bravo. Red litmus blue is the answer. Question number 268. Slippery texture? Great job. Base is the accurate answer. Question number 269. Nucleotides are? Smart move. Monomers of DNA is an accurate answer.
Question number 270. Antacids contain?
Solid response. Weak base is a valid choice. Question number 271. An acid has a fifth? Right choice. Lower than 7 is the best answer. Question number 272. Acid in vinegar? Great job. Acetic acid is the accurate answer.
Question number 273. Hydriodic acid?
You got it. Your choice, high, is right. Question number 274. Acids have a On track. Lower than 7 is the correct answer. Question number 275. Feels slippery? Exactly. Bases make sense and it is right choice. Question number 276. Sour and sticky? Bravo. Acid is the answer.
Question number 277. Fee less than 7.
Solid response. Acids is a valid choice.
Question number 278. Lemon juices?
Nice work. You chose an acid and it is correct.
Question number 279. Most foods are?
You're right. Acid is the correct answer. Question number 280. Phe8 stands for? Good job. Your answer potential of hydrogen works well here.
Question number 281. Baking soda is?
correct response. A base is the most accurate answer. Question number 282. Common salt is?
Well done. Neutral is the right choice.
Question number 283. Sticky texture.
Nicely done. Acid is a solid answer. Question number 284. A dibasic acid. Perfect. Sulfuric acid is the correct choice. Question number 285. NaCl is a dash. Nice selection. Salt is the correct and valid answer. Question number 286. Tastes bitter.
Great thinking. Bases is the right choice.
Question number 287. Pure water is?
Good thinking. Neutral is the right answer. Question number 288. pH value dash.
Strong choice. 5.5 is the right answer.
Question number 289. Bitter button. Well picked. Bases is the correct answer. Question number 290. Nitrous acid. You chose no 2, and it is correct. Question number 291. Acids taste. Smart move. Sour is an accurate answer. Question number 292. Vinegar is correct. Acetic acid is the right answer. Question number 293. Bases taste.
Right again. Bitter is a valid answer.
Question number 294. Taste sour.
Sharp thinking. Acid is the right choice.
Question number 295. Sour taste. Excellent. Acid is a brilliant choice. Question number 296 is dash. Valid point. An acid is true. Question number 297. Quiz of 714.
Clear logic. Your choice base is sound and 100% true.
Question number 298. pH below 7.
Excellent choice. Acid is the right answer.
Question number 299. Fifths is 7.
Well reasoned. Acid is the correct choice. Question number 300. pH 7. Smart pick. Acid is the correct choice. Question number 301. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Correct. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is the right answer.